Okay, hydration performed. Now for the fun part. Let's get to the descent. We are at the foot of the Blue Mountains and we are doing the Hawkesbury Road ascent. This is Amanda Spratt's favourite local climb, a little bit of a name drop, and we are going to be testing the Cycling Deals Blazer with the brand new carbon rims against the Fesa. So let's get into some climbing. So one of the reasons this is such a great climb is that the views from up here are just splendid. You can see all the way over to Penrith over there, all the way into Parramatta and past there, Sydney CBD. So on a clear day, which today isn't over the city, you can actually see the buildings, but what we're here for is actually this. So it's absolutely hot as a lizard's tit today. The car says about 32 degrees Celsius. Feels a little bit more than that, but this is about the same conditions as the people doing the tour down under are riding in, and they're doing a lot further than I am. So key thing is, what changes have I made to this bike to actually give it a fighting chance? So first off, I've upgraded the wheels. These are the Cycling Deals Boreas. They have Boreas hubs, carbon fibre brake track. So front and back, I believe they're 40mm. And they are, so far, performing really well. I've also put Schwalbe 1 tyres. These are 25s with tubes, and they're performing really well also. And just for a little bit of bling, I've put the Nalac CC bar tape on there because the old bar tape absolutely sucked. So they're the changes, nothing major. Each bike is running one water bottle, and I'm going to chug that before I go back down. And again, Asioma pedals, and I'm trying to hold 300 watts each climb. Okay. So initial thoughts, actually pretty good. The initial brake take up is a little bit slow, but once you do put the pressure down, really does stop. Now the braking track is quite hot. I did just get off, the steepest part of the descent, and I don't know how this would go over a longer descent. Again, I wasn't opening up completely because I am a little bit nervous. We all know the reputation of carbon fibre braking surfaces. However, I'm actually really happy. They seem to be quick. Like I said, the braking is quite good. So overall, zero complaints at the moment, except for the heat. So let's get the Fesa out, let's give that a go, compare some times. God, that heat is biting. But that's the Fesa done. 302 watts for that. 301 for the CD. Work itself out in the wash. Time again for the fun part. But not before we stay hydrated. Let's go. Whew, okay. It's super fun. I actually really enjoyed that. Way more than the previous testing, but to do some results. So the CD Blazer with the new wheels, new tyres, at 301 watts average up the climb, took me 9 minutes and 52 seconds. Now, the Fesa 1, with an average of 302 watts up the climb, took me 9 minutes and 24 seconds. Now, I'm actually really impressed with these results, just down to the fact that if there's anywhere you notice a difference between you and other riders, or you and the equipment that other cyclists have, it's really on the climbs. And so a 30-second difference, less than 28-second difference, is phenomenal for a $1,000 in total setup on this bike. I'm actually genuinely impressed with what the CD Blazer has been able to put together in this testing. The climb test, super impressive. So with that, it bears the question, and I feel like we cannot end this video without going and testing it. So we had to come back to the Gator. After it performed so well on the hill climb, comparatively, it just felt like it would be criminal to not take it back to where it all began and give it another run on the 200 and 300 watt test. So let's do this. Okay, this is Editing Burgess, and really we're just quickly having a look at the two speed lines from previous test and yesterday's test. So previous test, you can see the speed line remains relatively consistent, moving up from about 30 kilometers an hour to 40 kilometers an hour with no significant changes except for some fluctuations as it come around bends. However, if you compare that to yesterday's data, you'll see that the moment I start heading west, that drops off the cliff as I head into that headwind. So this will allow you to visualize the impact of that and see that I'm not just talking BS when I say that this headwind had a significant impact in the results.
Are you a fucking weatherman now?
And you can see that just in that line. So that's why we're not going to judge these wheels based on the watts. However, we can judge them based on the climb, and I think they really come out quite well. 28 seconds compared to a Fesa 1 with legend wheels, ceramic bearings, oversized pulley cage, SRAM force. It's pretty impressive to only lose 28 seconds. And anecdotally, the wheels do make a significant difference to the way the bike feels. It feels zippier. I feel like better power transfer. I feel like the bike rolls much better. There is significantly less rolling resistance. And I feel like putting these carbon fiber wheels on has made a significant enough difference that I'm going to be racing them in my next B grade race. So stay tuned to that, because that will be the next video in the series. However, if I were to be asked to recommend these wheels, I can't, because what you're purchasing is a $600 carbon fiber brake track, and carbon fiber brake tracks have a pretty poor reputation. I've had no issues. There are no signs of delamination on those wheels. However, I've only used them to descend 1 2-kilometer descent, and I didn't go full gas on them because I was a little bit nervous. And so while these do make a significant difference to the way the bike feels, and I really do believe that they've fundamentally changed the way that this bike can perform, I don't feel like I could say, yes, you should go out and buy these wheels. However, knowing all of that, if you do choose to go out and buy these wheels, what you are purchasing is a significant improvement on a Cycling Deals Blazer as it comes in the box. And so, yes, they're a good set of wheels in regards to increasing the performance of your bike. But there's the caveat of the carbon fiber brake track. And that's a decision that you would need to make yourself about whether you feel comfortable trusting $600 carbon fiber rims or whether you don't. I felt comfortable enough to trust them down a 2-kilometer descent, but I certainly wouldn't go and do the Barrel Classic, and I wouldn't descend in the Swiss Alps in them. So I think it's important to consider the kind of riding that you're going to be doing. Would they be fine in your local crit race? Yes, you're not doing heaps of heavy braking. Would you take them to go and do the Alpe d'Huez? No, probably not. That would be a little bit silly. So consider the kind of riding that you're planning on doing, and if it fits in with this, then these might be something that you want to look at for a cheap but pretty good upgrade to your road bike. Thanks for watching. If you think this has been worth a like or a subscribe, just remember that I potentially put my life in danger on these wheels. And if you feel that you want to suggest anything or critique what I've done today, whack it in the comments. If you don't know what to put in the comments, chuck an eggplant in there, because we all feel a little bit eggplanty about these carbon fibre rims. And have a great day.